easy go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy here, and today there's been a new update in Pembroke Pines that includes a ton of new cars, and I'm going to be reviewing every single one of the cars that come out in this update today in this video. And before I start this video, I want to let you guys know that I have a Roblox group. It's a Discord group that you can join and be in some of these videos. If you want to be in a video, just like my friend Libby, who's chilling in something over there, which I'm going to show you in a bit, then you should join that Discord server. Now, if you guys want to see some of my socials, the links will be down in the description below. And yeah, this game is fire with this new update, alright? There is a new limo in this game. There's 4 new limos in this game. Now, we're going to get into this, the review slash update slash everything about it right now. So let's get into it. So my friend Libby, he's actually sitting in the back here in the limo with a whole spa slash hot tub. Can you believe it? There's a whole pool in this thing. This is the H2 limo, and this limo is inside of the luxury game pass. This is the 2006 H2 limo for $335,000. This is an expensive limo, but it has a pool. Now, it's pretty cool, and there are a bunch of new cars in this game. Let's go over them really quick. We've got the 2011 Town Car Limo, $42,000. 2012 300C Limo, $75,000. The Continental Limo, $109,000. This is all the luxury game pass. Let's move on to the sports game pass, which also got a few new cars to it. We got the Cayman S, the Charger SRT8, the 2012 300 SRT8. Then we're going to move on to the Supercar Game Pass, where they actually updated the 720S and made it quite better. It looks a lot better. They updated it, and its design, it's a lot better now. But let's move on to the Premium Game Pass, which got a few new cars as well, which include the Town Car for $14,000, the Continental for $65,000, the H2 Limo for $38,000. And let's move on to the regular Game Pass, which has a few new additions to it as well. Maybe it's at the bottom here. We'll figure that out. So let's scroll down here. Okay, we don't see it down here. Let's scroll up. Alright, I can't seem to find the normal Game Pass one, so maybe it's at the top. Maybe I'm just blind. Alright, but there's some new what's it called? Cars inside of the regular Game Pass as well. It's a 2006 Camry. If I can ever find the Camry, I think I just found it right here. Yeah, 4,990. I don't think I'm going to be driving that too much. But yeah, those are the new cars in the update. Now let's get into reviewing those cars in the update. So let's start off with the H2 Hummer, or H2 Limo, which is absolutely massive. And let's change the time to day here so you guys can actually be able to, see the car in its full glory. So yeah, here's the design. It's super long. This thing takes up a whole intersection, and it's just insanely big. Now let's get into the car, and I'll show you how to use some of the little features, like the door becoming open, and you're able to actually sit in here, zoom in, and being able to see everything. And then we got my friend Libby. Hi, Libby. Like the spa here. Oh, you can actually, not a luxury camera, but it's fine. It's actually pretty cool. You got a whole spa down here. You can shoot jets at each other, but yeah. Let's get into the little Hummer limo and listen to the startup. Now for a Hummer limo, I was expecting a bit more, but whatever. It's big, it's bulky, it's nice, and yeah. So I know you guys are wondering, how do I use the door and the pool mode? Well, if I click J, I can lock my friend in by not letting him get out by closing the roof. And if I click J again on PC, I don't know what it is for mobile, but on PC you click J and it removes every single one of the little panels on the sides, and if you click J again, it just kind of closes it. Now for the door, you have to click G, and it actually has a little cool look to it, having it up. But let's continue on the test with a little rev test. Where's the... Alright, rev test, pretty standard rev. Blinkers now, blinkers on the sides, on the very, very far sides as well. It's going to be very hard for you to see traffic. Let's do the top speed test and the horn test while we're at it. Horn is alright. I don't know if you can hear it. That's the horn. Let's do the blinker test. Oh, no. This thing is so long I could jump out and it still goes. Oh no. Okay, let's go back to doing the top speed test. I jumped out on accident. I was trying to show you guys some stuff. Well, I hate when this happens. Limos are very big. Now the headlights. Headlights are the big bulky ones on the back. Oh my god, the headlights turn on LEDs. Libby, this is kind of cool though. My friend Libby is now vibing with LEDs in the back. This thing hits 101 as its top speed. Let's do the brake test though. Starting at this sign right up here, 103 brake test. Very long limo. Brakes, it takes a little while, but hey, it's a big limo. You would expect it to brake a little longer than most cars. Now, if I missed anything on this car, you guys should comment down below and I'll tell you the things about it. Now, let's switch cars here. So let's kind of just wreck the car into this neighborhood. You know, the neighbor can have a new limo. And let's start off. Let's move on to the next limo, the Continental limo. Woo-wee! This thing is nice. This thing is also in the luxury game pass, if you guys were wondering, for $109,000. Now, I did read off all the prices in the beginning, so you guys just go to the beginning if you want to reference some of the prices for these cars. But yeah, this car is absolutely massive, and it looks nice in the front. I don't dig the rear end design, but it is nice in the front. Now, let me get in.
I'm coming.
I do like this startup. This startup isn't. This is nice. I want to do it one more time for you guys to be able to hear properly. Very nice, soothing startup. Let's do a rev test. Revving is alright. Let's do a blinker test. Man, that sound of the blinker is actually kind of nice. Rear end blinkers like that. Headlights. Let's turn them on real quick. Ooh, we got LEDs inside as well. Sheesh, this thing is nice. Alright, let's see the headlights in the front. Headlights in the front look pretty nice. Someone just joined my server, but let's go on to the stream. This thing is fast. Oh my god. This thing hit 70, 80. We're doing the top speed test. Blinkers. We do the blinker test. Now, I may be missing something. You guys tell me. But here is the top speed test of this car. This car goes quite quickly. For a limo, this thing is still going in top speed. Its acceleration isn't the best, but is a limo. 150, close to 150 is its top speed. Let's do the brake test starting right about now. From that 55 mile per hour sign to 0. Pretty good braking, pretty good car actually. I like this. This is like a VIP-ish. What do you think, Libby?
Oh, I love it. Comfy back here.
It's like VIP-ish as well as sporty. So if you're like in a situation, you can move people around real quick. Now let's get out of this limo. Libby, I recommend you do that so you don't get slidey boy. I think you're already sliding, never mind. And let's move on to a SRT8. Why not? We'll move on to the SRT8. We'll move on to some more limos in the next little batch of cars I get. Now, oh my god. This startup is loud. The startup is pretty good though. Let's do the blinker test though. Let's move on to something casual before I like rip everyone's eardrums out. Blinkers are pretty nice. Let's do the headlight test. Headlights are pretty cool as well. Let's do the rev test. I know this hopefully doesn't kill all of your ears. You might kill all of your ears, who knows. But the car is quite small, but I'm gonna assume it packs a lot of power. And it's just gonna do a whole bunch of speed. What do you think? It is just going. It's really loud though, so that's kind of my downside to it. But you know, most of the sports cars are also loud. Let's do 173 to 0 though from the sign. 173 to 0. Ooh, the braking took a little bit. Overall, this car is alright. I won't rate it too bad. Pretty good. Let's move cars though, and let's check out the new build, the new design for the D-Spot while we do change out cars. Now there's music playing, so I gotta get away from here. Now let's switch cars to the 2027-18 Cayman S, which is beautiful as always. This thing has a very nice startup. If you guys heard it just then, I'll hop in so you guys can see it one more time. This car has already proven that it's quite fast, but the sound seems to be bugged on this car slightly for a few gears. Now the car hits 175 as its top speed. Let's do the brake test starting now. Ooh. Braking, not the best. I didn't have to smack the wall there, but yeah, braking not so good. It's also very laggy in this corner of the map. Yeah, braking on this car not so good. Now I forgot to do turn tests for the last few cars, so if you want me to do some in-depth reviews of these cars, you guys hit me up in the comments below and we'll do some of those. Now let's switch out cars here after we decide if this car has alright braking though. Yeah, this car going 180 70, it's not bad. But let's do the Charger SRT8 now. I do like Chargers, but the old body style is not my favorite, but it does have a similar startup to the Chrysler and the other Chargers in the game. Now let's do the rev test real quick. Revving is quite same. Blinkers are quite nice. Let's do the horn test. Let's do the headlight test. Headlight test is quite nice. Let's do the top speed test. Let's make a UE real quick because we don't have that much space on that side. Now let's see how this car goes. And this car does pick up speed a little quickly. That's alright. It's still going at top speed acceleration. That's alright, but for a car this old, it's kind of good. 173 miles an hour. Let's do a brake test. I got this flashing sign right here. Brake test. Braking from the flashing sign. It takes a second to brake, but it's alright. Now we'll move on to the next set of cars. So let's just sell that, sell that, sell that. And let's move on to some more limos. Now let's get the town car limo and let's get the, what's it called? 300C limo. Let's pull out these two limos. I'm going to show you these ones. We'll start with the town car limo here, and obviously it's one of those limos that you'd see probably standard anywhere that you see limos. Looks like a GTA limo in my opinion. Tell me wrong, but yeah. Let's get into the limo and listen to startup. I do like the startup, not bad. Let's do the blinker test. Let's do the rev test. Let's do the horn test. Let's do the light test. Now let's do the blinker test. I think I already did that. Let me moral support. Oh yeah, this thing has LEDs inside of it too. Kinda nuts. Now let's go and do its top speed test. Now its acceleration is quite slow, but it is a long car and it's quite old, so I'm not going to give it too much hate. But let's see what it gets up to here. Well, my friend Libby sits in the back enjoying the luxuries of the limo and its LED lights on the outside. Now if you were driving this thing at night, it'd be kind of sick. Now let's do the brake test, going 107 from the sign. 107 to 0 braking is... What do you think, Libby?
I like the color of it.
Yeah, it's a nice color. Let's get into the car and listen to the startup though. Startup is... Hey yo, startup. Hey yo, startup. Startup is quite nice. Let's do the rev test. Oh. Let's do the blinker test. Let's do the headlight test. Oh. Let's do the horn test. Let's do the top speed test. Now, tell me if I'm forgetting anything. If I am forgetting anything, I'll tell you in the chat. And oh my god. It got LEDs on the bottom. It got LEDs on the bottom. It's quite nice. Now this would be illegal in Florida or any other state if it was blue. Now it looks to be purple. I'm colorblind to certain colors. You know, they're very vague. But yeah. We're going and we don't even have the speedometer. What are we doing? Let's get back into the car. And let's continue the top speed test here. Okay, now we see the speedometer. Now there is no special things on this one, so the HC limo is the only one with special things on it, like the up door and the what's it called, and the spa, which is really cool in my opinion. But we're gonna continue on doing this top speed test. Now, this is gonna take a second. Hopefully it reaches top speed because we're actually about to hit there, and 117 is its top speed. We did hit our top speed before the sign, and now we hit our top speed and actually braked quite quickly. So I mean, it wasn't bad. Now there was no point of reference during that one, but it did start quickly. I've mentally calculated the fact that this thing actually has good turning. Now this part of the map is insanely laggy for whatever reason, and even with my PC being as beefy as it is, it does not handle roadblocks and all of its one-dimensional textures very well. Now let's get out of this limo and find a better spot that doesn't lag me out too much. And let's get into some other cars. Let's sell these two limos. We'll keep the Continental and the H2 because I kind of like them. And let's move on to some of the other cars that we see in this update. Now, we already reviewed some of the sports ones. Let's get into the premium cars now. So, let's get into the three new premiums here. So, we get into the town car, the Continental, and then the... How many car slots we got? We got two more. The Continental and the H2. So, we pretty much got the limo version and the non-limo versions of these cars. So let's get into the town car now, because why not? Town car, pretty nice. Right, it's something that you'll see in, what's it called? New York taxi cabs in yellow. Startup is pretty basic. Let's do the blinker test. Let's do the headlight test. Let's do the horn test. Let's do the, what's it called? Rev test. And let's do the top speed test. You know what this thing looks like to me, Libby? This thing looks like a top hat. Something that you'll put on your head. Come on, look at it from the side. Look at it from the side, and tell me it doesn't look like a little hat.
It does.
It does look like a hat. Prove me wrong in the comments. Prove me wrong. I dare you. 108 miles an hour.
Top hat.
108 miles an hour is its top speed. So let's do the brake test starting now. 108 to 0. Braking is quite nice. The car is alright in my opinion, not the best. Let's do the time 12 again so that we can actually see the car. And let's sell the car and let's move on to the 2020 Continental, which, oh baby, I love the front end. The front end looks so nice. The back end, I don't get why car manufacturers either mess up the back end and make the front end look good, or make the front end look good and make the back end not look so good. But let's get into the car and listen to the startup. Love the startup. Love the startup. Now I can't see the speedometer. What is it with these cars not letting me able to see the speedometer? Let's do the rev test. Let's do the head blinker test. Do love the blinker sound. Let's do the headlight test. Headlights are pretty good. Let's do the horn test here. And let's do the top speed test. We're gonna make a U-turn right. Oh my god, that car's acceleration is vicious. Let's do that one more time. It goes from 0 to 30 and it's just gone. This thing has a good acceleration, to be honest. I like it. Not bad. Now we're gonna continue on and see how fast this car can go. So the acceleration on this car is quite good, in my opinion. And we're getting up to a top speed eventually. Acceleration was good in the beginning. The latter half is not good, but 150 seems to be its top speed. Let's do a brake test to get this flashing sign here, so let's do that now. Braking from the flashing sign to 0. Braking is alright, you know, not bad, not good. It's alright, it's in the middle, it's between. Let's get out of this car now, and let's get into the H2 Hummer. Now the H2 Hummer is massive for its size. It's taller than me and Libby. It's quite tall for comparison. Let's get into the car though and listen to the startup. Now, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the, what's it called, Family Guy episode where Brian and Stewie just start wrecking the car through, the Hummer through town, but it was quite nice. But let's do the rev test. Let's do the blinker test. Let's do the horn test. Let's do the headlight test. Now let's do their top speed test. Now, these cars are pretty much the same, to be honest. They're the same as the, their limo counterparts. It's not bad at all though. These are quite nice. This one looks like it's built to, like, if you're gonna do like an army RP, you know, this is something you'd probably go with. Now we're at a top speed of 102, so let's do our brake test starting at the sign. So brake, and off to 0 we go. Braking is alright for the heavy. You know, 100% the best car. Let's get into it. Has a similar startup to the regular, what's it called, Camry. Let's do the rev test. Rev test is alright. Let's do the blinker test. Are they having a hard time there, Libby? Let's do the headlight test. And let's do the top speed test. Now this thing is going to take a hot second to take it to its top speed. Now the 720S has been in the game and has been revamped, so I'm not going to be really showing you it. But yeah, it's pretty much like the M4. It's just got some paint retexturing, some body reworking to make it less laggy and more efficient overall. And the price looks like it's been a little bit reduced, so that's kind of nice. Now this car is taking a hot second to get to its top speed here, so let's see if it's anywhere near it. Now 123, and it's taking forever, so we can just assume that this is a terrible car. You guys shouldn't get it. Overall, these cars and the update are quite nice. They're just limos and their limo counterparts. Now, if you guys did enjoy today's little update, not the little update, I meant today's massive update review. If you did if you did like this massive update review, you should hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below comment down below what was your favorite car and why it's your favorite car. And yeah, like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in another video. Tell me if you guys want to see anything else out of this video. Tell me if I missed anything. If I did, I'm sorry. Please don't berate me for it. Just tell me in the comments below and I'll try to tell you everything about it. And yeah, bye!